smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you.
Hello my lovelies, this is simsfel and welcome to episode 16 of the Sims 4 Vampire Amazon series Generation 2. Last episode was a little bit of an exciting episode because finally we had Cynthia give birth to her baby, which thankfully was a baby girl that we ended up naming Ursula Ronarain. And we met with her, we had a little bit of a play with her. Well, not play because we can't play with babies, but we had all the other ladies in the household build a little bit of a relationship with her so that they were at least acquaintances. And then at the end, we managed to ship her off. I think I did this off camera. I did ship her off to the Creature Cradle, which isn't a bad thing. It's a good thing. Don't worry. That's where they raise the children. We went over, sent her there, and then also I think Lady Lilith had a little bit of a conversation with Queen Narcissa, her older sister, and said that, you know what, Morgana's going ahead doing all these things, making all these expansions with the Coven's treasury that is going to be beneficial to future generations. In the same sort of light, I kind of want to do some things to the castle that I feel is going to benefit the people and the children in the future in terms of helping the queendom and all those amazing things. So I went ahead and built, I went ahead and built a library. Now, it's not extravagant and it's not big by any means. Just that small room I showed you guys where I put down the little, was it the typewriter, I think? We put down the typewriter. Yeah, I went ahead and just decked it up just a little teensy-weensy bit. It looks a little bit different to the rest of the castle, not stones in there, surprisingly. So went ahead, did that. Looks a little bit more lush, but then again, it's quite bare at the same time. It's confusing. You guys will know what I mean when you see it. But went ahead, made that expansion, so now we have an official library over at Castle Salazar. I don't know what this castle is called, to be honest. We had Castle Sheba, which is the old castle. Maybe this is going to be Castle Narcissa, because it's after the queen that built it. I feel that's appropriate. Sheba, because she found the old castle, and then this one, we had Narcissa, kind of, go ahead and build it. So we have that. Now let's get straight into the episode. I've got a few things planned, but before that, I want to go ahead and just show you guys the new library. So let's go ahead. You can already see a little bit. This is the new library. Not too much going on, yes, I know, but I wanted it to look a little bit more like a library than it did before, so I just chucked in some carpets because it, for me, for some reason, makes sense that this is kind of a little bit more of a luxurious part of the castle, because knowledge is great, knowledge is amazing. Yes, we have some plants on the carpet, but who cares at this stage, right? Who cares? It's a funky castle, okay? And then we got these little stands, which I'm not sure what I'm going to put there, but really, I didn't know what to fit there, but I kind of wanted to put something, so I went ahead and plopped those down. We'll probably have books and stuff that Lilith writes probably put up there at some stage, or even some other stuff that they find. Who knows? You guys might find out some of the other things we might actually put there by the time this episode ends. And then, of course, we have the lovely typewriter, which was kind of sent to me through a live stream on another Simmers channel, Simple Bliss by Safi Sim. So thank you so much for that. And yeah, that means we can finally start using things like computers in this series, which we haven't had the opportunity to use for ages. Like an entire generation, they've never used this. But finally we can, which is actually quite exciting. Okay, so let's set this on play. The ladies are going ahead, getting a drink from the Red Blood Banquet, is what I meant. They're going ahead having a drink, rejuvenating themselves. And I did tell you guys when Lady Cynthia was pregnant that once she has her child, I want her, or the queen, I should say, wants her to accompany Lady Lilith to Salvadorada and go and adventure, be a historian, help her in her archaeological excavations and all those amazing things, bring back some treasures for the Coven. I wanted to do some of those cool things, but we had to wait for her to have the baby, and since now she's had Ursula, I thought, you know what, it would be super fun to go ahead with her and spend the next about 3 days, I think, over in Salvadorada with her and Lilith, and they can do some excavations while Queen Narcissa and Lady Morgana stays over here. So we're not going to be seeing Narcissa and Morgana for the next few parts, which kind of is sad. Yes, I know. But it'll be fun to adventure a little bit with the warrior and with the scholar and see what they get up to, what treasures they can bring back. It'll be a little funky. So I want to do that, and I was thinking I would jump into that straight away in this episode, so we're going to go ahead and do that. I do want to use the typewriter, but I think it would be cooler if we went on the excavation and then we could get Lady Lilith when she comes back to maybe write about tales of her excavation. And I think little events like this will be super cool. Because guys, at this stage, I did make a codex entry ages ago and I said I would update it, and I constantly keep saying that I will update it, and I really don't like people who say they're going to do things and they never end up doing it but keep saying they're going to do it. So I'm just going to lay it out now. With how hectic things are going for me in terms of getting the amount of videos out that I do, and university coming up soon, I don't think I'm going to have time to make all those codex entries and write down all those codex entries. So instead, as a compromise, what I'm going to do is, for in-game, extra flair, what I'm going to do is every time something important happens or anything noteworthy, we'll just have, instead of having, the whole ingredient profile thing that the warrior was in charge of, ingredient thing that the priestess was in charge of, and then the histories that the scholar was in charge of, I'm going to have the scholar be in charge of everything, to be honest. If anyone wants something written, they'll probably go to the scholar, and I'll just get the scholar, since now I can actually write books in the flippin' Sims, in this series at least, with the typewriter. I'm just going to get Lady Lilith to go ahead and basically write up a book about it. And I'll go ahead and put that book up here, and you guys can help me come up with titles for different events that happen, and we can keep track of events that way. And then if I ever need to remind you guys, or if you're curious, let me know, and I can just run through it in the episode. I feel like that'll be the easiest thing for me to do. I'm sorry if that dashed any of your hopes or excitement about future content. I apologize. I'm trying very hard, but because this is not exactly going to be, it's not supposed to be a full-time thing, right? So it is hard to keep up with. But with that said and done, and everyone dancing, I really just want to, I want to get rid of this. They don't do anything else. They could spend their time. Yes, their fun is always up, but they don't. Oh yeah, they have fun. For a second I was like, wait, what? They don't do anything else, which I want them to do. But we also have this awesome table for archaeological digs and stuff that we bring back, like artifacts, which I want to play around with, but we haven't gotten the chance to yet. So I do want to head and go do whatever we were supposed to be doing. So let's get the queen to come over here. Queen, have you not drunk? I swear I told you to get a drink. I did. Oh, yes, I did. Don't tell me I did not, because I remember telling everyone to have a drink. Everyone is well fed except for the queen. Okay, once the queen has her feed, we're going to go ahead to get the queen to converse with the two ladies that she needs to converse with, and then we're going to head off with the other two to Salvadorada. And this is, I feel like, maybe a little bit dangerous, because I don't know what's brewing in Morgana's mind. She might be doing something wrong, she might not be, it might be just us speculating and overreacting. But if she is, this is a dangerous time for both women of reason. One, namely the queen's younger sister, another the warrior who's supposed to be protecting her, to be away and leave her alone with the priestess. Especially when they have such a good relationship already. But it's a risk we have to take. It's the queen's orders. We can't say, no, you're under danger. We can't leave you or anything. So the queen's going to go ahead. She is going to share vampiric knowledge. And can we share vampiric knowledge this way? Just as a last minute, have... not fun, yeah, sure, for vampire knowledge, but not have fun, but the orders, basically. I hope you guys get these goals done, bring back some treasures for us. One for just ancient research, another so that we have some more riches in the treasury, and all those things, are dignified, magnificent, and so on. So with that said and done, let's get Lady Lilith, who's actually organizing all of this fun stuff. She's going to go, and she is going to travel, actually take a vacation, even though it's an expedition. Lead an expedition, I should say, to Salvadorada. How exciting. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Everyone's talking, yapping away, yammering, very excited. Yes, very excited. I know. And yes, they're gonna be going through the jungle in their dresses, but they're vampiresses, okay? They're royal vampiresses. I don't know if that's practical, but then again, are vampires practical? You wouldn't say, right? You wouldn't say. So let's see where we can stay. I haven't changed any of the lots. I might at some future point. Maybe the queen. Maybe we should say after a certain amount of trips to Salvadorada. You guys let me know down in the comments below. Maybe like 2 or 3 trips. 3 or 4 maybe? Trips to Salvadorada. Then the queen should go ahead. Whoopsies. The queen should go ahead and start having Salvadorada under her influence, and we can start changing up the places and swapping them out with the stuff that the queen constructs, we could say, or sponsors, you know. That could be quite cool. Like, she takes over this territory after a certain amount of visits. It makes sense if it's conquest, especially. After a certain amount of visits, she takes over Salvadorada, and she goes ahead and starts putting in buildings that she constructs. So that makes sense to me. I'm happy with that. But since they are from the Royal Coven, they're going to pick, obviously, the most expensive place to stay at. 550, 717, 228, and 618. So it looks as though we're going to be staying at the Belamicia Field Station. Sounds appropriate. Sounds very appropriate. All these other sounds like holiday destinations. That sounds like an expedition place. So we're going to stay over at this the field station for 717 per day. And let's pop those in. One day, I'm thinking, you know what? I'll do it for 2 days. 2 days sounds appropriate. We don't want to stay away too long, I feel like, from the rest of the coven. So 2 days, I think, is appropriate. We'll go for 2 days, see what we can get up to, if we can even make any progress at all. They should, one thing I feel like it should be easier for us to actually go ahead and adventure with these ladies, because as long as we buy the right things at the market, because if we have the hygiene thing, then again, how many lifetime wishes do they have? See, that's important. You know what? Just quickly having a look. Hunger, we don't actually, for the first time. If you want to adventure Salvadorada, take a vampire. You don't have to worry about hunger because they can just feast on whoever they come across. Now that's an interesting concept. Maybe they should... Oh, guys. Maybe we should go ahead and make a separate order of humans as travel packs, if you get what I mean. Like travel flowers, or well, we could call them travel packs, you know, like plasma packs. But basically, have human slaves, per se, or humans under the influence, right, of vampiresses, to be in little, like, houses or institutions, somewhere maybe in Newcrest or even in Forgotten Hollow, since we have those churches that we don't actually use anymore for the flowers. We could have an institute of these travel packs, and whenever the ladies, like namely the scholar, goes to Salvadorada, we can have them bring 1 or 2 of the travel packs with them to be like a food source when they're out here. That would actually be a very fun idea. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments below, and if you are up for it indeed. And I will confirm, depending on your comments, whether I get any response or not on this topic. I will respond in the next video, and then from then on, you guys can start submitting Sims that can be in this travel pack, like human Sims. Male or female, doesn't matter. That would be super cool. And then we could bring them with us. Yeah, every time we come to an expedition, that would make sense. That would make sense. I don't know if you can actually can you have a gathering, like, on vacation? I don't know, but I would like to have a little group of humans dedicated for just that purpose. And let's have a look at this place, because I've actually never been here, interestingly enough. Ooh, okay, it does kind of look like a little bit of an expedition place. I'm kind of digging it, kind of digging it. So I like it. It does not have a pool like some of the other villas, but that's fine. It is for an expedition. And this would be, like I'm saying, the perfect place to have a bunch of humans with us. 2, because we'll probably only ever bring 2 Sims with us or an expedition. It'll always be the scholar and someone else. So, you know what? That's fun. I like that idea. It sounds fun to me. Okay, so should we put down some wishes? Maybe we should, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should. It would progress the story. So I'm going to put down 1 wish and try and fulfill them per episode, as I normally do. But their energy is great. They're feeling amazing. Actually, let's get... We'll deal with some of these wishes they have, and then we'll get these ladies started. But they look very beautiful out here in the jungle, I must say. Like purple and white. Ah, so beautiful. Okay, she wants to... Let's do it Cynthia first. Cynthia, what? She wanted to do something, and she obviously already did it. I think it was be friendly or get to know. But she wants to be mischievous. Lilith wants to be mischievous with Cynthia. So let's be mischievous. Let's ask due date. She already had the baby. Let's go ahead. Dare to streak? I don't know. You know what? Dare to streak. She's an intelligent woman. What would she tell? What would she do to be mischievous? She would dare her to streak. She's crazy. Maybe, you know what? I haven't thought about this before. But maybe it's not the Sims who are crazy. Maybe it's the scholar role that makes them crazy. Has anyone ever thought of that? Maybe the scholar role is just cursed. Cynthia, my love, come back, come back. Please change. Please don't go through the jungle on your own. She's going streaking. Well, when she's done, she's going to change back into her everyday wear so that she doesn't embarrass herself any further. And Lady Lilith is going to do some meditation, I think. Yeah, I want her to do some... Let's do some meditation. Do some dark meditation. And what do we need? We need place to sleep. So we could get some tents. Even though they could meditate, it would still, like, you can't meditate all your energy up. You can only do a little bit at a time. So we're going to need some tents. And we're going to need some hygiene stuff. Although we don't necessarily need any because they have satisfaction points and we can just keep buying the instant hygiene that actually will be more beneficial probably. So, you know what? We'll work off those because I don't really use these things. I don't feel like they're useful enough for me to have to use. But I'm happy to use them for these sort of things. And we actually have enough potions to not have to use those emotion berries if we run out of them. So, one fine quirk. Interesting. Cold acclimation. And sleep replacement. What the heck? You know what? We don't need to buy anything. Heck no, we don't need to buy anything. We can just use these. Because I never use any of these. So that'll be perfect. We can use the instant hygiene. And we can use instant sleep replacement. And if I absolutely need to feed them, hopefully we can have some other people around town we can feed off. If not, then we'll just have to see. Because I don't think we have anyone up here. It's mainly in town. Now that is why I wanted some Sims to be in this expedition with us. So we'll have to see what goes on with that, what we do with all of those things. We'll try and see if we can invite the blood banquet over, but it just doesn't make sense to me if we send them off to another land that they would be able to just on a whim do that. But okay, girls, let's get started, shall we? Come on, come on, come on. We'll get Cynthia to go through this. No. Do you have a machete, honey? Who has the machete? You have the machete. Give it to Cynthia because Cynthia is great at many things. Yes, is what I wanted to say. She's great at many things, so she should be good with this. Clear a path with a machete. And then we'll bring Lilith with us, of course. But once Cynthia has cleared the path. So we'll go ahead and do that. We need her brawn. This is cute. This is like Cynthia is the brawn and Lilith is the brains. Wonderful, wonderful. Does Lilith have a lot of fitness skill? No. Oh god, she has no... Oh no, she's got one fitness. I don't know what that counts for, to be honest. But she's got something. She's got something, okay? She got something. Right, they're gonna get started on this. I haven't been here in a solid second, to be honest. I remember when I had the Jungle Adventure LP. That was fun. That was fun. I was happy with that, to be honest. That was one of the LPs that I didn't actually get bored with from the get-go. So, yeah. I tend to start a lot of things. I mean, Vampire Amazon is very interesting for me, but I tend to start a lot of things and then, start a lot of things and then I get bored very quickly. But somehow I managed to persevere through. Okay. Lilith, you are probably studying, right? I think she was probably studying. Come on, Cynthia. Got a little more to go. Just a teensy bit more. Just that twig over there. And this little twig over here. Just some more fallen leaves. And kaboom! Done. Okay, what is she going to come across? Sometimes you have a chance of getting golden frogs and fun stuff, so I'm kind of excited. Are you going to bring anything up for me? Oh, there we go. Suddenly sloths. Right. Well, she doesn't have a lot of charisma. There rustles as Lady Cynthia makes her way through the jungle, and she looks up to see a whole troop of sloths staring back. The sloths eye Lady Cynthia warily. Should she find a different way around or walk among the sloths? She's going to walk among the sloths. Sloth encounter! Okay, Lady Cynthia feels confident the sloths won't see her as a threat and strolls right into the troop. Sure, they're not going to get alarmed by a flippin' vampire. The sloths are quite curious about Lady Cynthia and follow alongside her, swinging through the trees. During the sloth walk, Lady Cynthia notices a relic on the ground. Score! Our first relic. Wonderful. Did we get a frog? A golden frog? What did we get? I want to know. Did we get a notification? Nope. Can we check? Oh, it's I'm stupid. It's a relic, not a flippin' artifact. Anyways, guys, with that said and done, I'm going to go off and end this episode here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.